What helped me in 2022 and how what helped me in 2022 can help you in 2023. First, I wanted to mention that I don't script out my videos. Everything is, I like to keep it original and raw in a sense. Anyhow, things that helped me in 2022 in no particular order. The first one is hands down having gratitude. That's like my number one priority every single time when I wake up. I like to have gratitude. I like to be grateful and thankful and appreciative for where I am and for still being here. Like life within itself is a gift, really. Um, anyhow, having gratitude. I am a true believer that the way having gratitude when I wake up and having gratitude before I go to bed, and occasionally, depending on how my day is going, more so if it's going challenging, if I'm going through some form of an obstacle or a speed bump in a sense, or a life slowdown or whatever, that in days like that when it's a bit harder, I like to have gratitude even more to keep my thoughts aligned, for being grateful rather than it like prevents me from breaking in a sense, and going down a downhill spiral. Anyhow, having gratitude. I am a firm believer that the way you go to bed is the way you're going to wake up. If you go to bed having gratitude and being thankful, you are going to wake up more positive and abundant, and grateful and appreciative. If you go to bed sad and depressed, the chances of you waking up sad and depressed is the chances of waking up the same when you go to bed and waking up is very, very high. And occasionally it's a repetitive cycle, right? So the way you go to bed, the way you wake up, determines basically how your day is going to go. Having gratitude. Number two, music. I love listening to music. For me, it keeps me sane. It keeps me calm. Three, depending on, again, the days, on harder days, that's when I like to look for inspirational and motivational content to kind of help pick me up, and get me out of the funk that I'm in a sense. On good days, I like to look at more entertaining videos. I like to look at like funny videos and things that's kind of keep my spirits elevated. You know. Four, reading books. Reading books has excuse me. Reading books has helped me so much. It helps me learn. It helps me grow. It helps me it helps me stay on the path to what I like, which is growth. I like to grow. I like to learn. I like to evolve. I like to become a better me. Perfect example is making these videos. It helps me grow, helps me learn. Occasionally, these videos are going to get better. The way I talk is going to get better. The way I speak, my tone of my voice, my hand movements, like I'm noticing this on the bottom, that's going to be improved overall. Reading books has helped me too. Five, what else has helped me? Relationships. I try my absolute best that I like to try to keep my relationships healthy and strong and going, you know, especially with like my siblings or more, and my mom and my grandmother and my tias and family. I like to try to keep my relationships with my family and friends as healthy as much as possible, even on good and bad days. You know, so a simple text, hey, I hope you're having a great day, or hey, you recently crossed my mind. I hope you've been doing well and healthy. Simple as that. Like it really, it means a lot for you, because knowing that you are keeping that relationship healthy, right? And it's when someone texts you unexpectedly or messages you unexpectedly, like, hey, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing well, right? It's a thought behind it. It's not so much that simple message can uplift a person, right? Because it's so much more than just words that you may be reading, because it's letting you know that that person is giving you their time, and you are on that person's mind, right? Keeping your relationships healthy, that's a really big one. What else has helped me? I like to learn. I like to grow. I think growth, continuing to learn every single day. Oh, right here, perfect. Every single day I set 3 goals for myself that is going to benefit me benefit me in the future. Every single day I set 3 goals that has to be done within today, whether it's my mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical health, that I know is going to, the work that I put in today, the effort that I put in today is going to benefit me in the future. I like to do 3 things. If you're just starting out, start off with just one thing. One thing is all you need. As you start to build up habitual habits, you will slowly start to develop these routines, and then you will slowly start to see your growth and your progress, and it's going to become repetitive, habitual, and then eventually you're going to go from doing 1 thing to 2 things to 3 things. And occasionally on some days, I like to do 3 things minimum that is going to benefit my future, whatever it may be. And then I set 3 goals for the day. I knock them out in a sense. Some days you may even knock out 5 things. I'm a huge believer that if you put it in perspective like this, if you progress 1% a day for an entire year, you will grow 365 times than the one who didn't. You know what I mean? So even if, for me, I like to, again, do 3 things daily. That's 3 times 365, whatever the number that is. I'm basically becoming a better me, a much more, I'm gonna just say it like that, to say the least, a much more better me than who I was 10 times in an entire year. I like to grow. I like to learn. You have to, if you don't learn from your mistakes, if you don't learn from your past, you don't grow. And it is in the midst of growing that you are either going to break, or it's going to be in the midst as to when you're in the transformation of becoming into alignment with your higher self. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to become very hard. And there are going to be times when you want to quit. There are going to be times you want to give up. There are going to be times you want to throw in the towel. There are going to be times where you are going to tell yourself, I can't do this anymore. I said that before. I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. And I was crying and I was sobbing. And I'm not afraid to show my vulnerable side. I was crying, I was sobbing. I can't do this anymore. I can't take this anymore. God, why are you doing this to me? I told myself that. I believed it. And again, I continue to push forward. I'm spiritual, so I like to keep the faith, For a greater perspective, I'm going to cut it here. If you're going to remember anything from this video, I want you to know that you are where you are because of all the things you've done. So if you really, really think about that, that means that where you are, you put yourself there, right? And you're spiritual, and I'm spiritual. So for me, I like to say, God put me here. I am here for a reason. What is this situation? On the good, the bad, and the ugly days, what is this situation trying to show me? What is this situation trying to teach me? Is it patience? Is it strength? Is it maybe God trying to show me, to test my faith? Do you really have faith in me, son? That's how I kind of look at it. Do you really have faith in me, son? Because if you do, then why are you still questioning? And yeah, if you can remember anything from this video, I want you to remember this. If you quit now, you will not get through it. If you persevere, if you can find the strength and the will to get through whatever it is you were going through, everything will be okay. That's my reassurance. Don't quit. If you don't quit, you are going to get through it. That's my reassurance. That's how I am optimistic. Because I know that if I don't quit, I know I am going to get through it. And I know that when I get through it, something good is going to come out of whatever it is that I am going through. Remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.